bell for notifications. This is the KSVP Community Calendar, a look at things to do in Artesia, Eddy County, and the Pecos Valley.
Vitalant is declaring a blood emergency after the blood supply for patients recently dipped to its lowest level in a year. Eligible blood donors of all types are needed to prevent interruptions in patient care for about 900 hospitals nationwide. In southeast New Mexico, call Vitalant at 575-840-8178 with any questions or to schedule an appointment.
New Mexico Department of Agriculture officials are asking pecan growers and consumers to be aware of pecan weevil due to the severe crop damage it can cause. Owners of pecan trees, residential and commercial, should inspect their pecan nuts for holes possibly caused by the weevil. Submit images of suspect pecans to pecan@nmda.nmsu.edu. To have your event listed on the KSVP Community Calendar, email calendar@ksvpradio.com. Please let us know at least 1 week in advance.
This is KSVP and K229 AS Artesia.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters reporting. The death toll is above 3,400 in Turkey and Syria after that massive 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck early Monday. Hundreds more were wounded as the temblor laid tall buildings flat. Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo tells the Salem Radio Network the department is playing a significant role in the recovery effort.
The State Department, our team on the ground in Ankara, team on the ground in the region, will work with the Turkish government to try and figure out what they need, how to get it there. There'll be big efforts, not just U.S. government efforts, but the State Department will work to coordinate with NGOs that can provide assistance.
Several countries pledged aid as first responders raced against the elements to reach survivors. President Biden faces increasingly disapproval from Democrats as he intends to launch a re-election bid.
In the weeks leading up to last year's midterm elections, a little more than half of Democrats said they want Joe Biden to seek a second term. But a new AP NORC poll shows that number has dropped to just 37% of Democrats. The poll suggests relatively few U.S. adults give him high marks on his legislative accomplishments and ability to govern.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston. State Department spokesman Ned Price says the U.S. will continue reaching out to China despite the controversy over its surveillance balloon, but it's unclear when a diplomatic visit might be rescheduled.
By taking the action that they did, by engaging in this flagrant violation of our national sovereignty, by taking this irresponsible and ultimately unacceptable act, the PRC, in effect, undermined the point of what was to have been that face-to-face diplomacy.
On Wall Street, the Dow down by 35 points, the Nasdaq dropped 119, the S&P 500 lower by 25. More on these stories at townhall.com.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest-rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
Ukraine's defense minister is being replaced after being caught up in corruption allegations involving inflated food supply prices.
After days of denying the rumors, it was announced last night that Alexei Reznikov will be replaced by 37-year-old Kirilo Budanov, who was promoted from Chief of Military Intelligence. Party members said Mr. Reznikov would become Minister for Strategic Industries to make the department perform better, but he has said he'll turn down the role as he doesn't have the expertise. Mr. Reznikov has denied reports some of his officials agreed to inflated prices for food supplies, but it seems he has too fallen into a wider anti-corruption drive by President Zelensky.
BBC correspondent James Waterhouse from Kyiv. The European Union's legislature is preparing plans to host Zelensky on Thursday should the Ukrainian president decide to come to Brussels to attend an EU summit. News and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters reporting. More job cuts in the tech industry.
The tech industry started the year with a wave of cuts, around 50,000 in January alone. And there doesn't appear to be any let up this month. Large and small tech companies went on a hiring spree over the last several years due to a demand for their products, software, and services surged with millions of people working remotely. However, even with all of the layoffs announced this year, most tech companies are still vastly larger than they were 3 years ago. John Scott reporting.
Across the retail landscape, businesses have been putting items under lock and key as a quick way to stop thieves. Some are considering extreme measures, including Rite Aid, whose chief retail officer recently said it's looking at literally putting everything behind showcases to ensure the products are there for customers who want to buy it. But by trying to solve one problem, the businesses may be creating another. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Today's KSVIP is Connie Connor. Connie celebrated a birthday on Saturday, and this is a huge thank you to Connie for her help and volunteer hours at the Artesia Chamber of Commerce lately. She's kept the chamber doors open in our small office while the chamber staff attended legislative sessions. Today, Connie, you're going to receive a flower from Lovebud Floral and KSVP. Happy birthday wishes and a big thank you to Connie Connor from the Artesia Chamber of Commerce.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. You're heading through the night with mainly clear conditions, but more of a wind from the north picking up, and the overnight low at 35 degrees and cooler behind a front on Tuesday. That front may trigger a shower or two, and our highs are ranging from the mid to upper 40s. We're dry Tuesday night to low mid to upper 20s and plenty of sunshine coming our way for Wednesday. Highs low 60s. Dry on Thursday, the high 50 to 55. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
This is Armed American Radio's Daily Defense.
Armed American Radio's Daily Defense, because they don't want me to, that's why I do it.
Presented by X Insurance. X Insurance. From the Sig Sauer Studios.
They're never going to stop us here.
Here is your host, the loudest conservative voice in America fighting the enemies of freedom, Mark Walters.
Here we go. It's a Monday. Yes, it is. The 6th of February already, marching right through. It's going to be a short year. It's going to fast. Time is flying. Greg down in Dallas, how you doing today?
I am doing pretty good for it's Monday. I almost felt like it was Tuesday.
Monday, the 6th of February already, 2023, rolling right along. I'm telling you, this year is going to cruise right by. Here we are today in the Sig Sauer Studios on the Crossbreed Holsters mic. All of it brought to you by X Insurance. Those of you who like to watch the video stream, we're unable to provide a video stream today, and we don't know why, but whatever issue is with servers. It's not here in the studio. So we'll continue to try during the break and see if we can bring that up for you. In the meantime, Greg, we don't have to worry about video production. We can go old school radio. You ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
Normally, I would say, hey, tell people where to watch the stream. So why don't you tell them how to get involved in the chat right now?
All right, sure. Yeah, if you want to join our live chat, which is hopping 6 days a week and sometimes 24/7, just depending on the mood of the people in there, sharing memes and stories and all kinds of stuff that's going on out there in the world. Head on over to your app store, grab the Telegram messaging app, create your profile, and just search for Armed American Radio Conversations.
Yeah, and we're trying to get the stream up for you. If not, well, you can tune into your radio dials. It's really simple to do. That's old school radio. All right, so there's a lot to talk about today. First off, a quick recap from the Monster Cash yesterday, another Dynamite program. Ryan Petty, Parkland Dad, spent the hour with me in hour one, and hearing him explain the dust-up with Gavin Newsom, I'll give him the mic anytime he wants it.
Yeah.
I could have handed him the mic and said, I'm going to go take 3 hours off. You take the mic and just rip into Gavin Newsom for 3 hours. I want to listen. To think that man, that insufferable man, I'm calling him a man, out there in California, invoking parkland for political gain, then getting called out and doesn't have the stuff. At the very least, he should have apologized. Don't expect that from Gavin Newsom. Don't ever expect that from a Democrat, quite frankly. So hour 2, AWR and John Lott, huge. Those two guys yesterday talking about the court cases, marijuana, that was a big topic. We'll probably go there at some point again today and follow up on that. That's extremely important. You know, that's a question I get all the time, Greg. People ask me this when they see me out and about. I've got a medical marijuana card. What's up with the Form 4473? And my response is, if you're filling out the Form 4473 and you're not telling the truth about, you're lying on a federal form. It's a federal perjury. It's a felony. And people, well, I have a card. Okay, now they know you're lying because you have a card.
Yep.
That tells them you're lying. You see, this goes into a bigger issue. This goes into the whole registration scheme. This is why the government has no business knowing what you have, particularly when it pertains to a constitutional right, which is why the Democrats are going crazy with the pistol brace rule, doing what? Trying to get you to register your firearms. Greg, I got a text during yesterday's program, during the show, from a dopey relative of mine. Now, I love him dearly, but he's far left. And the text, while I was on the air, was sent to rattle my cage a little bit. So Biden hasn't taken your guns yet. Now, keep in mind, he's a gun owner, too. He's a gun owner, too. Loves his guns. He taught guns a lot. Yeah, there's the sigh. And he does that. You'll rattle your chain a little bit. Highly educated individual. And, of course, very close relative of mine, someone I've known my entire life. And when I replied, nope, but he's trying, I got no reply back. Because I guess that's his way of saying, see, nobody's trying to take your guns. Except they are. Let me prove it to you right now. And I'm not going to tell you what state this is. This is just the Democrats doing what? What Democrats do. House Bill 44, take a listen to this. Because state legislatures are getting ramped up now, right? We're going into the legislative session across the country in most states. Here's a state where the Democrats have dropped 4 anti-gun bills. Take a listen to this. House Bill 44 would subject private gun sales and transfers to background checks, which would have to confirm that purchasers or recipients are not barred from having a firearm under state or federal law. The legislation proposes to make first-time violations a misdemeanor and subsequent offenses a felony, punishable by 1 to 3 years in prison. Notice the word offenses. I find that offensive, quite frankly.
Yeah.
What is the offense? Transferring a firearm to someone I know in a private personal transaction. I don't care if it's a neighbor for whatever purpose. I don't care if it's for a friend who lives up the street, whose father-in-law needs a shotgun. Oh, I'm giving it away. Because I actually did that last year. This would subject...
Time to take... Mays Lumber, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Big O Tires, Adobe Rose, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Tate Branch of Artesia, Rebel Daughters Barbecue, J&J Home Care, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Faith Baptist Church, Artesia Credit Union, Deans Incorporated, Frost Mortgage, H&R Block, Turpinning & Sons, Kane Electric Supply, Artesia Family Healthcare, Hawker & Sons, La Fonda Restaurant, Western Bank, Guy Chevy, Artesia Ford, Moffett & Brown, Artesia General Hospital, Business Notions, and First National Bank. Now, on with the action.
He's right there. Yeah, he may have last names. Hey there, Bulldog fans. This is Joby Hodling. We're on KSVP Radio, AM 990 and FM 93.7, live streaming KSVPTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube as well. KSVP Radio, and we're live at The Rock in Clovis, New Mexico, home of the Clovis Wildcats. And tonight, we're getting a special deal here, as we're getting to bring you the 9th grade Artesia Junior High School 9th grade Border Conference Championship against the Clovis Wildcats. So the Bulldogs taking on the Wildcats. And I'm joined tonight by my younger brother, Ty Hodling. Ty, thanks for coming up with me.
Yeah, I figured I'd be more positive sitting up here saying nice things than getting frustrated in the stands.
Yeah, so that's good. You know basketball way better than I do, so you're going to add to it for sure. Clovis being introduced right now. Bulldogs have already been introduced. For the Bulldogs starting tonight, number 2, Jet Fuentes. Number 3, Charlie Campbell. Number 4, Cale Hodling. Number 13, Trent Eglin. And number 20, Clay Kincaid. And for the Clovis Wildcats, number 2, JoJo. Number 3, Jaden. Number 5, Buddha. Number 24, Clifton. And number 32, Max. And for all the fans out there, I don't have their last names. And so what was on the official book was just their first name. So that's how we'll announce them tonight, Ty and I. But Clovis in their home whites with the purple letters and numbers and outlines. The Bulldogs in their traveling dark uniforms tonight. They're in the solid orange with white letters and black outlines on those. And Ty, you guys, you know this team really well. Your youngest son is one of the players, and great season right up to this point.
Been a really good 2 years for this group. Went undefeated last year in basketball. 8th grade's a little different. You're playing middle schools when you're playing Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs. 9th grade, you're playing high schools. And so now you get high school coaching. You get all those middle schools combined, and Clovis and Hobbs, all those small middle schools come together, and you're going to play basically what you'd see at the high school level from here on out.
Yeah, the same group, same age, but you get all those big schools, as you pointed out, they're all combined. So the teams are now on the floor. About to have the tip jumping for the Bulldogs is Clay Kincaid, and for the Wildcats, number 32, Max. And so we've got a great crowd here. The Bulldogs brought a good contingent. Clovis is full. Here's the jump. Clay wins it, and going down and going up and fouled. No foul called. Looked like a foul. Was Charlie Campbell, so it goes out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog basketball.
He went up high straight off the tip, but got stripped on the way up.
Campbell to key it in on the right side baseline, looking, better get it in quick. He's going to run out of time. He throws it away, but they called 5 seconds. So the first turnover of the game is on Artesia. Turnover back to Clovis, and the Bulldogs going to put on a half-court trap here. Clovis is able to get it across the line to get it to Clifton down the right side. He goes into the lane, throws up a little runner, and it goes in for the first 2 points of the ball game. Cale Hodling up the left side, cuts across the middle. Picks up his dribble, has it stripped away. Second turnover coming away at the strip is number 3. He goes up and in. That's Jaden. Clovis 4, Artesia 0. As the Bulldogs Fuentes, while they get it ahead to Cale up the floor on the left wing, goes to Byers, tries to go underneath. It's tipped away again, and another turnover on Artesia. Bringing it up the floor is JoJo. He goes to the left side. Now he'll pull around. Cutting him off there was Jet Fuentes. Out top, it's to Jaden. Jaden hands it back to JoJo. Bulldogs in a zone defense here, 2-3. JoJo with the mid-range jumpers up and no good. Coming out there with the rebound is going to be the Bulldogs. Charlie Campbell down the floor he goes. He gets it to, and we miss a layup, but there's Eglin, puts it back up, and then another rebound, and fouled is Kincaid.
We've got a height advantage, Joby, and rebounding is going to be real critical, but really it's going to come down to fouls and turnovers. I think that's going to be the key to the game. If we can get some of their kids in foul trouble and not turn the ball over too much, we've got a real good chance.
First shot in and out for Clay Kincaid, so the score remains 4-0. 6:52 to go here in the first period as Clay gets the ball back from the official. That was the first team foul on either team, and that shot is missed, but Campbell's there for the rebound. He goes up, no foul called again. Another rebound for Kincaid. He puts it up and in. Bulldogs cut it within 2. Clovis down the floor quickly. They get it over to Clifton. Back to JoJo. He's into the lane. Tries to go to Clifton. That's going to be a turnover back to the Bulldogs. Goes through his hands. Good defense there by the Bulldogs.
Kind of squeezed that drive, and he left his feet. Kind of a cardinal sin. Don't leave your feet and try to pass. Threw the ball out of bounds.
So they put the Bulldogs in the corner. They get it into Kincaid. Does Campbell now over to Fuentes. Up ahead it goes to Kincaid again on the right side. Back to Fuentes. He loses the ball, fights for it, and he will get it back. He throws it to Eglin on the right side. He'll bring it back outside to Campbell. Bulldogs will reset. Campbell on the far outside right side. Puts it on the floor. Gets it poked away, goes back and gets it. He almost got a 5-second count, but he's able to get away from it. Jet Fuentes with it out top. Clovis in a man-to-man defense. Bulldogs started in a 2-3. And it's stripped away, but getting it back, get it to Kale. Kale goes to the free throw line, puts up a jumper, and that is off the back of the rim and good.
Like to see Kale shoot. He's got a good touch. He's not super aggressive offensive shooter. He's more of a passer. Well, I'd like to see him being aggressive.
They do break the press, get it down to big number 32, Max. He's going to shoot a three. It's off the rim, no good. There's a rebound for Eglin. Bulldogs go the other direction. They've tied it up 4-4. Running the point right now is Charlie Campbell. He's out on the left wing, picked up out there by number 5, Buddha. Goes by him into the lane, puts up a runner. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's going to be on number 3, Jaden, which will be the second team foul on the Wildcats, and the first on Jaden.
It's loud in here, Joby, and Coach Garcia's having a hard time calling offense. I think we're having a hard time getting into our sets.
First shot is up and good for Campbell. Yeah, it is very loud in here. Yeah.
Charlie Campbell at the line. He'll shoot his second. It's going to go off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by 32 from Clovis. They're bringing it up the sideline. Get it up quick to number 5. He's going to drive. Kincaid with the big block.
Hodling with the rebound. He'll hold the dribble and dribble it down the right side. Dribbles over to the left side now. Picks up his dribble. Going to kid it over to Jet Fuentes on the right wing. My camera guys asked if the camera was on. 3-point shot up and in and out, no good. And then a foul going to be called on Clay as he tried to get that rebound. First foul on the Bulldogs and the first foul on Clay Kincaid. Bringing it down, they get down to number 5, Buddha on the right side. He's going to cut it across. Boy, the Bulldogs got out of whack there. Going in and scoring with JoJo for the Wildcats, 6-5. As one free throw was made. Back to Jet Fuentes. He picks up his dribble, goes over to the right side to Eglin. He's on the baseline, a little jumper is no good. He's a lefty. I forgot that. Bringing it up the floor is Clifton on the left side, picked up by Hodling. Bulldogs staying in their 2-3 zone. Bounce pass underneath the big number 32, up and in. 8-5, 4:15 and counting here in the first period as Campbell picks up his dribble, gets it. Bounce pass over to Hodling. He stops. No foul called. He was shoved. Got away with it. They bring it down the floor. Does number 24. That's Clifton. And then he has it stripped away. Going the other direction is Fuentes. He's going to go a little stutter step up, and they're going to call a block on the shot on number 32, Max. So going to the line for the Bulldogs will be Jet Fuentes.
Tallest kid on Clovis is 32, and he tried to set his feet and take charge. Jet did a little Euro step, tried to step around him, and they got Max with the block. Jet will shoot 2.
I thought they were going to call a travel. That's what I mean, because it was a great Euro step, but sometimes they'll call that. His shot is off the left side rim. No good. The score remains 8-5. 3:57 to go here in the first period.
Pretty fast and furious here right off the start. A couple of bad turnovers on both teams. Clovis has been a little sharper around the basket.
All right, Jet back with the ball. Shot is up, and this time, it goes off the rim again. Eglin fights for it, but Clovis comes out of there with it. Get it ahead. JoJo on the right side. He's going to fly in wildly, and they're going to call a block and one as Campbell tried to set up, but the foul called on him. It'll be the second team foul and the first on Charlie.
Pretty good move by number 2. Kept his balance, jump stop instead of going off 1 foot. Took the contact and finished.
10-5 Clovis, 3:51 to go here in the first period, and the and one is up and good. That's the 5th point for number 2, JoJo. As Hodling gets it on the left side, goes to Kincaid. Kincaid turns, he didn't see Clay Arkell going down the floor. Gets it back to Campbell. Campbell working his way out top, picked up out there by Buddha. Now to Kale on the left wing. He's picked up by JoJo, goes around the screen, goes up top, nice pass, and going up and and it doesn't go. Again, a lot of contact. Nope, not many fouls called underneath. The shot didn't fall for Clay Kincaid. Clovis comes out of there with the board, swing it over to Buddha on the left side. Now to Clifton, as he's just going to walk around on the right side. Looking for a screen, a switch there. Swing it over to number 3. His 3-point shot is up and good. Long pass down to Eglin. They got him sleeping. See if he can finish. He throws it up, no good. And coming out there with the rebound is Jaden for the Clovis Wildcats, leading 14-5. Another three-pointer, this time by number 2, JoJo. Oh, and nobody there for the board for the Bulldogs. JoJo gets the rebound again, and they're going to call a foul on Campbell. That's going to be his second.
Clovis making their free throws. We've missed ours. We're traditionally pretty good from the line, and that's been a difference today as well.
Timeout taken by the Bulldogs. Let's see if it's a full or a 20 or a 30. It is a 30. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
All right, we're back here in Clovis. We've got 2:49 to go in the first period of the Border Conference Championship between the Clovis Wildcats freshman team and the Artesia Bulldogs freshman team. It'll be Clovis basketball on their end. They're just kind of strolling out here. Referees were ready and waiting on them. Keyed in on the left side, or on the right side baseline, is number 2, JoJo. He's going to get it out top. Back over to the corner, number 2 looks, he drives in, puts it up in the air. It's going to roll around, no good. Eglin with the great rebound, pushes it up the other direction, and then the Bulldogs throw it away. Turnover as they try to get a pass out to Clay Kincaid.
A little juiced up, everybody's a little winded. Game started fast. Both teams are kind of slowing in now, settling in a little bit.
So checking into the ball game for the Bulldogs is number 5. That's Jack Byers. Cale Hodling gets a break. Three-point shot up and no good. Up high for the rebound is Jack Byers, his first board of the ball game. Gets it to Campbell. He's fouled going down the floor. That's going to be, I think, the first foul on number 5, Buddha. It's his second. You're right. Yep, it is his second. Fourth team foul. Bulldogs with 3. Throwing it in for the Bulldogs. Get in on the right side. Clay Kincaid puts it on the floor. Now he hands it back to Campbell. Campbell out on the right wing, goes to Eglin out top. Go to Jet. Jet comes around on the right side. Clovis now, they're standing the man-to-man. They just switched. Top of the key on the elbow, and now Jet on the right side. Nice pass, and Jack Byers misses the layup, but there's a great rebound. Put back, misses it, gets his own rebound, and he's fouled, I think, Clay Kincaid.
Looks like it's going to be on number 24. Nope, called it on number 11.
So that foul on Lucas, who just checked into the ball game for the Bulldogs. And getting back up to go check back in is Cale Hodling. Is going to the line, Clay Kincaid for the Bulldogs. 14-5, shot up and good for Clay. That's his third point.
It's tough when your big kid is a good free throw shooter. It makes it tough on those other teams. They can't foul him down low. He'll make his free throws.
Well, he drained that one, so now he has 3 points of the 6 for the Bulldogs. Second shot is up, and it's good as well. He now has 4. Bulldogs back within 7, 14-7. Trying to put a press on, dribbling right through it is Clovis. Go up and under, shot no good. Coming out of there with it is Charlie Campbell, his third rebound. He pushes it up the floor in a fast fashion, has it stripped away, gets the ball back, and they're going to say, what? He was out of bounds. Turnover Bulldogs.
Back to back, trying to go coast to coast by 2 different players, 2 turnovers. First Clovis, then Artesia.
Bulldogs remain in that half-court trap. Clovis gets through it pretty easily. Down to the right corner it goes. Number 11 looks, it goes down the baseline, kicks it back out. 3-point shot is up and good for number 5, Buddha, his first bucket of the ball game. They're putting on a full-court trap as well. Eglin to Hodling. Cale puts it on the floor. Dribbles towards it. They're putting a man-to-man pressure on. They tip it away from behind on Cale. Another turnover. Clifton goes up. Now that's a travel, and they did call it. So again, back-to-back turnovers. That's the 4th on Clovis. The Bulldogs have 7. So again, they're going to put on a man-to-man pressure defense here. And the Bulldogs get it in. Eglin picks up his dribble. He gets it head to Clay Kincaid. He'll dribble across the floor, and he throws it away, trying to get it down to Cale Hodling. JoJo picks him off. That's the 8th turnover on the Bulldogs. Into the right corner. 3-point shot is up and no good. There's another rebound for Campbell. He races up the middle. Goes through traffic, goes to the left side to Hodling. Cale is fouled, no foul called. Holy cow, he almost strips the ball away. Turnover back, or not a turnover, just they get the rebound. And bringing it up the floor is JoJo. Hodling meets him out there, and they're going to stay in a 2-3 zone, or the Bulldogs. Swing it over the left side. Jaden puts it on the floor, kicks it over to JoJo on the right wing. He drives into the lane, kicks it, going up and under, and no good. There's another rebound, the 5th for Campbell. He throws it ahead quickly to Eglin. Eglin, it's turned over number 9 for the Bulldogs. They get it to number 5. His shot up and good, and 1. That's the 3rd foul on, it's called on number 3. Yeah, called on Charlie Campbell. And that's his 3rd. So the score now 19-7 with 25 seconds to go. At the line is number 5, Buddha. He has 5 points and has this and 1 effort. Shot is up, it's off the back of the rim, and then falls down to Eglin. He gets the rebound, that's his 4th. Gets it to Jet Fuentes. Checking into the ball game for the Bulldogs was Stephen Williams, and that shot is up and no good for Eglin. Coming out of there is Clifton for the Clovis Wildcats. Also checking in was Pacheco. He drives all the way the length of the court. There's going to be an offensive foul. That's a good take there by number 2 for the Bulldogs, Jet Fuentes. That foul called on number 24, his 1st. Well, they got him up there as his 1st, yeah. All right, so the Bulldogs to key it in. And they're going to get it over the top, and Williams will chase that down. Bounce pass ahead to Eglin. He's got a 2-on-1. He goes into the left side. He's fouled and 1. They will count it. Eglin did a good job. His strength right there, Ty, got him up and in on that left side.
Yeah, the kid on the baseline there grabbed his arm as he started to go up, and he just pulled right through it and finished.
He's left-handed. That's probably critical there because he was going to the left side, but the strength of his left hand was able to go through. So here's the and 1 as the Bulldogs cut it to 10, and there it is, cut to 9 as Eglin makes his and 1. He now has 3 points, and there's going to be a half-court shot. It almost went.
It almost went, but the clock didn't start, and so the ref waved it off. The clock keeper didn't hit the clock to start when the ball came in.
All right, we're at the end of the first. It's 19-10 in favor of the Clovis Wildcats. Stay right there. We're going to hear from J.S. Ward.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
Welcome back here to the Rock, Clovis, New Mexico, the home of the high school Clovis Wildcats. And like Ty said, when the freshman boys in Artesia, who are still at our junior high, get to this level, these teams have freshman academies, Clovis, Hobbs, Carlsbad. They're at the high school level, and all of their junior highs come together. So we've got the 9th grade for Clovis, all their junior highs playing on one team, their best players. Right now, 19-10. And Ty, tell us a little bit about this year. Artesia's already played Clovis twice.
We played them twice, played at home and away, a typical schedule. They got us early in the season, turned us over quite a bit, kind of came from behind and got ahead of us right at the end. And then they got after us here in Clovis, but they shot the 3-ball real well.
Well, they're going to shoot it right here as they bring it in. Short. That's going to be short, and getting the rebound, Cale Hodling. That's his 2nd. He'll dribble out, going up the right side. Now he fades to the middle. He's going to hand it off or throw it over to Fuentes. Fuentes over on the right wing. He'll put it on the floor and go to Eglin at the top. No, that's Byers. Byers out to Hodling. He looks at the 3, doesn't take it. He'll drive to the left side to the elbow, kick it out to Pacheco. Pacheco now over to the left wing. Almost pokes it away, does the defense. JoJo was on Pacheco. Now number 11 is guarding Hodling. He's going to go to the right side, hand it off to Fuentes. Fuentes goes back to the right side to Pacheco. He looks at the 3 in the right wing, doesn't take it. Back out now to Clay. And just a little bit late, and they called the travel. I wasn't looking at his feet. He must have took a step. Turnover on the Bulldogs, which is their 10th turnover here in the first half. 7:16 to go in the first half.
Gotten a little flex offense there, and I was watching the action. I didn't see Clay's feet.
He must have pulled his pivot foot. I didn't see it, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. They called the travel, so it did happen. JoJo goes around the screen. Hodling gets his hand on it, and then it's blocked, and getting the rebound. Blocked by Clay, and he gets the board as well. His 4th rebound as he hands it off to Cale Hodling. He's working against JoJo up the floor. Goes to Clay loses the ball. Turnover again and coming the other direction. Kick it over to the right side. JoJo for 3. It's there.
A lot of teams are sending a kid on a fast break. They just run him to the corner. If there's no action on the inside, they kick to the corner and shoot the three.
22-10, biggest lead of the ball game for the Wildcats. 12-point lead, 6:32 and counting to get it to Pacheco out top. He's going to dribble the Bulldogs. There's a foul reach around by JoJo. That's going to be the 8th team foul. He'll go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1, Will Pacheco. That's the first on JoJo. Is checking back into the ball game is number 13, Trent Egland, and he'll come in for Cale Hodling. So Pacheco at the line. He'll shoot the 1-and-1. Again, the 8th team foul on Clovis, 4 on the Bulldogs. 6:29 to go here in the first half. Shot is up off the back of the rim, no good. Clovis comes out of there with the rebound. It's Jaden. He'll drive up the left side, kick it over to the corner. JoJo puts it on the floor. He'll run in and put a nice here running jump shot, a running shot into the bucket. Eglin to Pacheco. He's up the left side. He's going to be trapped. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs will retain possession, but nobody's throwing it in yet. So somebody's got to go get it. Fuentes is stepping over. He's going to be right in front of the scorer's table, right off to the left of it. Bulldogs are going to isolate Kincaid, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to be on number 32, his second, and that is Max, their big man. He's about 6'3", maybe.
Yeah, good-looking kid.
So Kincaid back at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. That was the 19th foul, the second on Max. 1-and-1. Well, they did the 1-and-1 a while ago. I guess the officials just forgot. It's 1-and-1. 1-and-1. They're still talking about it, and I don't understand what there is to talk about. It's the 19th foul. It's 1-and-1. What do they do?
I guess he called it a dead ball, and
they get it into Kincaid in the middle of the lane. He's going to step up and through. He's fouled, and the shot doesn't go, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. That's going to be the third foul on number 32, Max, for the Clovis Wildcats. Up quickly is number 15. That's Daniel going to come into the ball game for the Wildcats as Clay Kincaid will go to the line to shoot two here. Down 14, 24-10 Clovis. If you're just now joining us, the Bulldogs freshman team in the Border Conference, that shot off to the left side for Clay. His first miss from the free throw line. He's now 2 for 3, has 4 points. He off center. Is that where he shoots from, I guess? Second shot is up and good. Now with 5 points, the Bulldogs get within 13 as they put on a little bit of a press. Coming through it on the left side. They're going to go down underneath. That's going to be a throwaway. Bulldog basketball.
They've had to substitute because of fouls. That's going to play into our favor. They don't have a very deep bench.
Bulldogs get it into Jet. Jet on the right side, picks up his dribble, goes to Kincaid. He's going to throw it ahead, back to Jet. Streaks, kicks it into the corner. Byers from about 18 feet. Nice shot for Jack Byers. It goes.
Nice pull-up jumper by Jack.
Down the floor quickly come the Wildcats. They kick it back outside to JoJo. Bulldogs staying in a 2-3. Kick it over to the left side. Three-point shot is up and no good. But no, Bulldogs on the backside. Easy bucket for number 24, Clifton. 26-13, they double up the Bulldogs again. Clay Kincaid brings it across the timeline. He'll get it back to Egland. Egland now to Jet, and the Bulldogs look to set up here. Man-to-man defense by Clovis, which they've stayed in. Kincaid out top on the right wing. Bounce pass over. Byers, I was going to say he got away with it, but he didn't. Got to walk. 12 turnovers now on the Bulldogs. Checking back in for Clovis will be number 5, Buddha. And taking a seat will be number 11, I think. Number 11, Lucas. Clovis basketball. Bulldogs will back out of their press here. And it looks like they may be going to a man-to-man, and they are. So the first time we've seen them in man-to-man. Going out to set a screen is number 15, and we're going to have a moving screen. That's offensive, which will be the 10th team foul. And they called that on number 15. That's his first. Daniel Hodling will check back in, as will Williams. Byers and Fuentes will get a break. 5:07 to go in the half. Bulldogs have been doubled up. 26-13. King it in will be Eglin. He'll get it over to Pacheco in the backcourt. He's going to fire it down to Williams. Williams puts it on the floor. Nice move. Goes up on the right side. Shot will not fall, but a good follow by number 13, Trent Eglin. His 5th rebound and his 5th point as JoJo will kick it over to the left side. Jaden for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Williams with the rebound. He'll get it to Hodling. Kale will put it on the floor and take it up the floor. He throws it ahead. Nice pass. And turnaround is going to be no good. No foul called. Well, there was a lot of contact. I think it'll be a foul on us.
Stephen went for that rebound, got into a kid's back there under the basket. Foul on Stephen Williams.
Okay, his first and the 15th foul on the Bulldogs. We get down to 4:35 and counting. As the Bulldogs stay in their man-to-man defense, JoJo goes by, and there's going to be a foul and one. So Pacheco tried to stay in front of him. He made a move, got by him into the middle of the lane. He scores and has a chance for the and one.
Dangerous player off the dribble.
Yeah, real quick. Has a quick shot as well. 28-15 Clovis. Here's the and one attempt. It is up and good. He now has 13 points. Does JoJo, their guard. Hodling with the ball in the backcourt. JoJo will come out to meet him at half court. He'll go to the left side. Eglin, bounce pass down onto the block. Williams fumbles it away, turns it over, and then we're going to have a foul.
Looks like off the turnover, Steven trying to get back, make some contact.
So that'll be the third foul the second on Williams, the 17th foul. That's going to put them on the line to shoot the 1-and-1. As checking back into the ball game will be Jack Byers, and Williams will get a break. At the line is Buddha. He currently has 5 points off of a 3 and a 2-point field goal, and now has a chance for 2 free throws. If he makes the first one, he'll get a second. Shot is up, and shot is good. Checking back into the ball game, Jet Fuentes. Pacheco will get a break. 4:15 to go in the first half, and they've doubled us up again, Ty. 30-15 is the score here. Bulldogs have kind of been a cap on the basket. We've missed several shots. I think we're getting some shots we want. They're just not going at this point. Shot is up. It's no good. Up high for the rebound, or he had the rebound, and he does end up with it, and then he's fouled. So that'll be a foul on 24, and I think, is that his second or third? They'll tell us in just a minute. Good job there battling. Both Kale and Jack Byers battled number 24, Clifton, for it. Byers comes up with it. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That was the second on Clifton. So Jack with his second rebound and now has 2 free throws to shoot.
These are big free throws to kind of stop this run that Clovis is on.
First shot is up and good for Jack. His third point. Bulldogs get back within 14.
Real soft shot. Jack's got a real soft touch. Real smooth. Doesn't get in a hurry. Very under control.
Second shot is up, and it is off the front of the rim. No good. Fighting for the rebound and boy, it's poked away. Hodling will come up with it, and they poke it away from him. Going into the lane on the left side, shot up and no good. Kale Hodling comes out with the rebound. He's got a 3-on-1. Well, he runs away from his team and then gets it to, they're going to call a travel or on the floor. They're going to call a foul, and that's why he traveled. Jet Fuentes will go to the line to shoot 2, and that's on number 2, which is his second.
Foul trouble is going to be a real issue in the second half, Joby, with number 2, who's doing primarily their scoring, and number 24, they're going to be, it's going to be challenging for Clovis.
But we miss another free throw, so Jet, that went off the back of the rim to the left side. Score remains 30-16, 3:54 to go here in the first half. As Jet gets the ball back, shot is up, and this time is good. So Fuentes gets on the board with a point. Bulldogs do not press. They're going to go back to a man-to-man defense. JoJo walks across the timeline. Out there to meet him is Fuentes as he calls the play. Going to go to the right side around a screen. Tag goes back the other direction, throws up a runner, and it's good.
JoJo now got 15 points. We're going to have to figure out a way to guard him.
And then Kale is hammered down the left side as number 3 just tries to run over him. Jaden called for the foul. That'll put Kale Hodling on the line to shoot 2. That's a second on him. So their starters I think every one of them have at least 2 fouls.
Going to be a big key. Turnovers and fouls going to be the difference in the game down the stretch.
All right, Hodling first shot is up and good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. That's Kale's third point in the ball game. Is checking into the ball game for Clovis is number 10, Noah. 32-18, Clovis over the Bulldogs. 3:34 to go in the first half. Second shot is up off the back of the rim for Kale. Coming out of there with the rebound is Buddha for the Wildcats. He'll get it to JoJo. Jet Fuentes waiting on him on the left side. He dribbles into the lane again. Shot up. No good, but they're going to call. They called a foul on that. Okay, so they're going to call that on Jet Fuentes. That's going to be his first and the team 8th, but they do say it was in the line of shooting, so at the line to shoot 2 is JoJo.
He was gathering, he was pulling that ball up. Jet reached in as he was gathering it to shoot it, and they called it on the shot.
Shot up, no good. Rims in and out for JoJo. 3:25 left in the half, 32-18 Clovis. Big crowd here. You heard it in our mics. It's loud in here. Second shot is up. This time it's good. He leads all scorers with 16. Get it ahead to Kincaid. Back to Eglin. Over to Cale Hodling on the left side. Trying to go underneath. He does. Byers is going to be held. He'll go to the line to shoot 2, and let's see who they call it on. That's the third. Did you say 23 or 24?
Clifton, 24.
Yep, it is the third on Clifton. So he and Max both with 3. The other starters all have 2. Max has been on the bench since he got his third, number 32 for the Wildcats. At the line is Jack Byers. His first shot is good.
I think Coach Garcia has recognized that these kids are in foul trouble. Let's throw it right inside and force them to defend our big kids and cause them to foul, and that worked that time.
We definitely have them outsized. We haven't talked much about that. You said it, I think, earlier. We got size advantage on them. Really at every position. I'm standing there looking at Cale against the number 10 who came in, and Cale's got about 3 inches on him, one of their guards. Somebody got in earlier. They call a push on the Bulldogs.
They called a push on the rebound. 23 did a pretty good job of selling the block out and kind of diving out of bounds as the ball was coming off the rim. He smiled and smirked when they called the foul. I think he knew what he was doing.
All right, so that foul was on number 13, Trent Eglin, and that's his first. At the line is number 23, Braden for the Wildcats. He'll shoot the 1-and-1. That was a 19th foul on the Bulldogs. Kincaid needs to get his hand out of the paint. He did. Shot up and good. First point for Carlos, number 13. Oh, no, number 23, sorry. That's Braden. 34-19.
This is one of their kids off the bench.
The lefty puts a second shot up. It's no good. Coming out of there with the rebound is Eglin. That's his 6th board in the ballgame. Gets it to Cale. Cale will dribble it up the right side, swing it to Jet. Jet way out on the right wing. Picks up his dribble, goes to Byers. They're going to call him for a travel. The 15th turnover on the Bulldogs here in the first half. And Ty, you talked about it. Turnovers are going to be a big thing, but the other thing that we've been saying, fouls are going to be a big thing too. And Clovis right now, with everybody, got a lot of fouls, all their starters.
Well, you can't be as aggressive when you're in foul trouble. And
good rebound. Oh, come now. They called it a jump ball.
Yeah, the kid didn't have the ball. He had Clay's arm.
I know. Great job by Clay Kincaid. Goes up high, gets the board. He got 3 Clovis kids draped on him, and they call a jump as he pulls away.
As he had the ball. They just called it a little early. I think you got to be a little more hesitant as a ref. Don't anticipate the jump.
JoJo out top on the left side, picked up, they switch. Good job switching there by Hodling and Fuentes. Swing it over to the right side, driving into the lane. He's going to get lost in traffic. There's a travel goal. They didn't call it.
Double dribble, something.
And a double, well, he traveled, but it goes out of bounds off of Byers. I'm sorry, off of Eglin. Number 15 shuffled his feet 3 times, but no call, so it'll be Clovis basketball. Right side baseline, going to throw it out top to JoJo. He shoots the 3. It's off the front of the rim, no good. There's Jack Byers with the rebound, his third. Gets it ahead to Fuentes up the right side. Goes to Hodling out top. Cale puts it on the floor. He picks up his dribble, goes over to the left side. Eglin now down on the baseline. Good job there by travel. He did. He put the ball down.
He stretched out his first step, gave a shot fake, then he went to put the ball down. He called him shuffling his feet, dragging that pivot foot.
So another turnover on the Bulldogs. Now we're going to have a foul away from the ball. That'll put the Bulldogs on the line to shoot.
Sometimes you'll see a walk on one end and an immediate call on the other end, and turn around and give it right back to us.
Why are we not shooting?
It was a
offensive
foul, player control foul.
Yep. All right, Cale Hodling with the ball, 2:10 and counting. So he's going to call out the play, walk across timeline, now picks up his pace a little bit, goes to Eglin on the right side, going to bounce it down underneath. Clay Kincaid puts it down on the floor. Turnaround jumper is good. So Eglin with the assist. Kincaid puts 1 dribble down. Nice turnaround jumper, about 8 feet, knocks it down. JoJo trying to go around screen. Good job getting under that screen by Fuentes, but then he goes back the other way. Eglin fighting for the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball or a foul on...
Jump ball.
I just can't see the official, but yeah, it must have been a jump ball. So Bulldog basketball, good job there by Eglin, battling for that rebound. He'll get it into Cale Hodling. He's going to dribble through traffic all the way up the right side. Go in, nice runner off the, and it don't fall. That's what this got a cap on the basket right now for the Bulldogs. Clovis comes the other way, shot up and no good. Quintus had the rebound, he comes up with it, down the floor he'll go. That's his first rebound, goes through traffic, puts up a little runner, and it goes. 34-23, Bulldogs making a little run here, back within 11 with 1:13 and counting. JoJo slows the way down, Bulldogs staying the man-to-man. They've come out of their press, they've come out of their zone. Now screen's gonna come and try to set it. Go to the right side, three-point shot is up, it's gonna be short. Bulldogs, Quintus will come up with another rebound on the long board, get it to Kincaid, back to Jet. Jet puts it on the floor, working his way up the court, gets through the traffic, gets it to Eglin. Eglin on the left wing, back out to Jet. I was gonna say that's kind of a lazy pass. Good job by Jet coming to it. Now to Cale Hodling. Cale has it poked away, and that's another turnover on the Bulldogs. JoJo on the other end, that's a walk. They didn't call it. Shot is good for JoJo. He now has 18. Kincaid on the left side, the left side gets it to Hodling. Cale kicks it. Three-point shot for Fuentes is good.
Clock's running. We're down to 15 seconds in half.
Bulldogs get within 10, 36-26. JoJo up the left side. Goes around the screen. He's going to get it to number 15. Bulldogs sagging on him. He puts up the shot, no good. Kincaid with the board.
4-3.
Get it up ahead. Look at the shot. Look up, Cale. He gets it away. I thought it was going to go. Just short.
Ended up short.
36-26. The Bulldogs really battled back there in the second quarter. They were down by as many as 16, I believe. But now down at 10, by 10, 36-26. We're at the half. We're going to get some sponsors in here. When we come back, we'll have some stats for you. So stay tuned. KSVP Radio, KSVPTV.com, where the Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs come to play. Halftime, Clovis 36, Artesia 26, freshman Border Conference Championship.
Hi, this is Social Norman. DWI is socially unacceptable. Nearly all drivers feel it's unacceptable to drink, then drive. Here's a rhyme to help you remember. If you drink, forget your pride. Call somebody for a safe ride. Let's keep these New Mexico roads safe. Plan in advance for a safe ride home. You have a lot to lose. Heed the warnings. You could kill or injure someone or lose your own life.
DWI, so dangerous, it's criminal. See a drunk driver? Call 911.
We are at the half. The Artesia Bulldogs and the Clovis Wildcats freshman Border Conference Championship. We're at the Rock in Clovis. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be back with some stats for you. Stay right.
Holy guacamole. The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole. Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole.
Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here, and I can tell you it's not always easy being a female in a male-dominated business like roofing. I remember one time I was at a meeting to bid on the roof for a local college, and it was me and 13 men. Well, I won that bid, and I'd like to win your business too. My dad was a contractor, and I've been around building and roofing my whole life. I'm licensed and bonded, and I've forgotten more about roofing than most roofers ever knew in the first place. But what really sets Trustmark apart is an obsessive attention to detail that ensures that everything goes smoothly the first time. I promise we will treat you right with respect and we will make you happy. So yeah, it might be a bit odd for a woman to own a roofing company, but give us a try. Let us give you an estimate for your roof. I think you'll be glad you called. For all your roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
For over 77 years, you've counted on Forest Tire Company. Forest Tire knows that just being there for you is what matters most. That's why Michelin packs more innovation inside its tires to maximize performance without sacrificing capabilities, so you can continue to go the extra mile to be there for the ones who matter most. Be it your car, truck, RV, or semi, trust your tires to the folks who know more about tires than anyone else. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
When was the last time a bank asked you about your needs or your goals? When you're a member of Artesia Credit Union, you get to use your money for something more important than fees and finance charges. You get to use your money for you. Membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Become a member of Artesia Credit Union today and see what your partners can do for you. North 5th Street in Artesia or online at artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA.
The Artesia Historical Museum and Art Center will be hosting the annual Quilt Show, January 17th to February 28th in the Art Center. The special exhibit is a showcase of the works by the Artesia Quilters Guild during the past year. The Artesia Historical Museum and Art Center will be operating temporary hours in January, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, with regular operating hours to resume in February. All special exhibits are free to the public. For more information, contact the Artesia Historical Museum and Art Center at 575-748-2390 or visit artesianm.gov/museum.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're at the half here at the Rock in Clovis, New Mexico. The Artesia Bulldog Christmas team playing in the championship game, Border Conference Championship against the Clovis Wildcats. I'm joined by my brother Ty Hodling. And Ty, talk just a minute about the first half, what we saw there, a lot of turnovers on the Bulldogs, and then what the keys to getting the win are in the second half.
Well, we're in a big gym. This is a high school varsity gym. Big bleachers. They've got the band here. Clovis has got their kind of pep band here. There was a pretty intense game before our game. Hobbs freshman girls playing Clovis freshman girls. Real close game right up to the last minute. The fans were real into the game, and our boys are standing over there watching and getting ready. And I think the game just got up on them a little quick. Clovis came out real fast, real aggressive on us, turned us over early, kind of got us on our heels, and we kind of crawled back into it. Fouls were a big factor. Clovis' starters got in some foul trouble. But really, to be honest, number 2, JoJo, he's really just put on a pretty good show today as he's penetrated. He shot the floater. He shot the three-pointer. He's drawn some fouls. He's got 18 points, and we've had a real tough time guarding him.
He's only got 1 foul. He's the only starter that doesn't have more than 1 foul playing out there on that point guard. Anything, just playing devil's advocate as a former coach, is there anything you might try to do here in the second half for that kid? Maybe a box and one or something else to try to keep him from getting the ball, or just play what we're doing?
You know, I think they're setting a high screen for him, and he's doing a pretty good job of working off that screen. He plays a real smooth tempo. He makes you play at his speed. He's able to slow you down and speed you back up, which is a really good offensive ability to do that at this younger age. Most kids, when they go fast, they can't slow back down, and when they're slow, they don't typically get faster. But he's maintained that. So I think probably come out, try to deny him. Don't let him get the ball so easily. Force him to do some back cuts and see if you can't get some cheap turnovers on him, trying to force it to him.
And then on offense, keep beating it down inside for the Bulldogs?
Well, all season we've been able to execute in the half court. It's really been the strength of our team, be able to play inside out, execute various offenses. We've played games where we've run through our same repetitive offense 4 times through all the options, and then finally hit a guy cutting to the basket for a layup. And you don't see that a whole lot at this age. Kids that are disciplined enough to continue to pass, continue to look, set screens. But we got sped up, and so we took some early shots, kind of forced the ball a little bit, a little jittery around the basket. So I think we get back into our sets, force them to defend on the inside, take advantage of our height. And I think we're going to crawl back into this thing.
Well, we already have to a certain extent. It's 36-26. Real quickly, JoJo leading all scorers with 18 for Clovis. Jaden has 6, Buddha with 5, Braden with 1, Clifton with 4, and Max with 2. Wildcats turned it over 5 times in the first half. For the Artesia Bulldogs, Jet Fuentes has hit a free throw, a 2-point field goal, and a 3-point field goal. He's got 6. Charlie Campbell with 1. Oh, Jet also with 2 boards and an assist. Campbell with 1 point and 5 rebounds. Cale Hodling with 3 points, 2 boards, and 1 assist. Jack Byers with 4 points to go along with 3 rebounds. Trent Eglin has 5 points. He's got 6 rebounds. Stephen Williams with a board. Owen Eglin also with an assist. Clay Kincaid leading the way with points. He's got 7 to go along with 4 boards. Maybe the biggest stat for the Bulldogs in the first half, 12 turnovers. It was 19-10 after 1, 36-26 after 2. We're going to continue the halftime show. Stay right there.
Paul tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 16, "For who can know the Lord's thoughts? Who knows enough to teach him? But we understand these things, for we have the mind of Christ." You know, the Bible can be an intimidating book to open. The language, the culture, the history of the stories enclosed in this great story take work to decipher and understand. But understand this, what an awesome book it is. What a great book to read, to understand, to apply, because we have the mind of Christ, because we have the Holy Spirit who lives in us and who helps us understand this great book. Will we ever understand all of it? No. There'll always be something new. And that's the thing. There's always something new. Come see us at the Hermosa Church of Christ and let us teach you something new about God's Word.
Go Bulldogs from Tate Branch Artesia. Tate Branch is proud supporters of the Artesia Bulldogs and wishes them well as they march towards state championships. And like the Bulldogs, the team at Tate Branch and Artesia works hard to make your next car truck buying experience the best it can be. From their great selection of Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, and Jeep vehicles to the service department, even the used cars are the best. So good luck, Bulldogs. And when you're ready to buy a new or used car or truck, come see the team at Tate Branch Artesia.
Coming out of the halftime locker rooms, the Bulldogs and the Wildcats are on the floor. Bulldogs starting 5 back out on the floor right now talking to Coach Campbell. And the Clovis Wildcats coming off their bench right now as we get ready for the second half. I said the Bulldogs got back into it, then I said at the end of 1, at the end of 2. We were only down by 9 at the end of the first, down by 10 at the end of the second at the half, but they were up as many as 16, so we got back in and had a little run there, and we're down to 10-point lead for the Wildcats. They're going to swap ends. Bulldogs now coming towards Ty and I here in the Rock. Wildcats going away from us, and it'll be Wildcat basketball as we get ready to start. They don't have the time up on the board yet, so they won't key it in until they do. And now they give a point to the Bulldogs. It's 36-27, so there must have been a point that was missed. 9-point lead. JoJo across the timeline. Looks for a screen, double high screen. He's cut off well there by Kincaid, who had switched. Clifton kicks it to JoJo. He's on the right side, puts up about a 17-footer. Short Jet Fuentes with his 3rd rebound. He'll hold on to it, now dribble down the floor. In the middle. Almost picks up his dribble. Now he's going to come to the left side, or to the right side. Driving in, he's fouled on the floor is Charlie Campbell. So Clovis kind of starting where they left off with a foul. That's going to be the 3rd on number 3, Jaden, one of the starters. Their starters are back on the floor as well. Bulldog basketball. Campbell to key it in. He's going to get it into Eglin on the block. He kicks it out to Hodling. He drives, puts up a little runner. Nice shot off the back of the rim, no good. Bulldogs battle for the rebound. They tip it away from each other. Going down the floor is Buddha on the left side. His shot up and good. Hodling gets it ahead to Campbell. Campbell stutters, kicks it back to Cale. He's going to put up the 3, and it goes.
Big shot there by Cale. He missed the little runner in the lane, but comes back and hits the 3-pointer. Cuts it to 8.
Bulldogs back within 8. Driving into the lane, shot up and no good, but they're going to call a foul on Cale. That's who they call it on. I mean Clay Kincaid. So JoJo, who has 18 points, drives in, gets the foul. That'll be the first team foul on the Bulldogs, the 2nd on Kincaid, as JoJo with 18 points steps up to the line. First free throw is up and good.
He used his body real well, got his shoulder into the chest of Kincaid, drew some contact, kind of swooped it out to the right, and scoop shot it up there.
He's now 4 for 4 from the line. Second shot is up and good. 20 points for the young man. Hodling on the left wing, back to Eglin. Eglin back to Kale. Kale puts it on the floor. They're running this little half-court trap. Gets it ahead to Fuentes. Fuentes on the right side will go into the lane. They're going to call a moving screen on Clay, and that's going to be his third, and he was doing it. He was backing him up. So the shot is waved off. Foul on Kincaid.
That's a tough foul on Clay. He's kind of holding position on the backside board. Kid was behind him. He's backing him down to maintain rebound position, also trying to be a screener.
Runner's up and no good, but the Clovis Wildcats come up with the rebound. Little runner inside is good for number 5, Buda. Back to a 12-point lead. Hodling over to Fuentes. Jet. Eglin. Eglin's going to get it across the timeline, picks up his dribble, gets it back over to Jet. Now to Campbell out top, picked up out there by Buda. Jet Fuentes on the right side, puts it on the floor. Oh, he tries it, and he's going to turn it over. First turnover, and they get it ahead to Buda. He's going to go up and score on the right side. He flew out of there. Timeout taken by Coach Garcia. So with 6:09 to go, Clovis stretches it back to a 14-point lead, 44-30. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Pecans are a big deal here in Chaves County. We have some of the biggest orchards in the country, and lots of us have pecan trees in our yards. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether you have one pecan tree or 1,000 of them, this time of year, every pecan tree needs fertilizing. So come see us at Roswell Seed Company, and we'll get you fixed up with the right fertilizer for your pecan trees. So that next year, your nuts will be big and beautiful. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
In volatile times, it's natural to worry about your retirement.
Hon, I'm worried about our retirement account.
With today's economy, it just makes sense to keep your retirement money close to home with people you know. We have several guaranteed safe options. Peace of mind with retirement savings. It just makes sense. Western Bank of Artesia, member FDIC. It just makes sense.
All right, we're back here as the Bulldogs coming out of this timeout. Look like they're going to make some subs. I'm waiting to see what 5 go onto the floor. 44-30 Clovis. Oh, they had a water spill over there, so they're having to clean that up. I guess they spilled the whole cup. They got a lot of paper towels over there by the Clovis bench. A mop and a bunch of paper towels. 6:09 to go here in the third period. Clovis was up by 9 at the half. They changed the score on us right when they came out to start the second half. So it was 36-27. They were leading by 9 after 1 and then 9 again after 2. Here in the third, they've stretched it back out to a 14-point lead as they're still mopping up water. That had to be a full cup over there. They got 6 guys with a lot of paper towels and a mop.
Looks like it's maybe their high school basketball team. Looks like some of their athletes are out there mopping up for them. That's good to see.
Yeah. All right, so maybe they've got it all cleaned up. They're still working on it. Bulldogs come back on the floor. It'll be Eglin, Campbell, Pacheco, Byers, and who am I? Oh, Hodlin, Kale. So we did have a couple of subs there. It's coming out of this timeout. It's going to be Bulldog basketball down 44-30. Clovis is going to stay in this half-court trapping defense. Well, they've been in back and forth. They've been in a trap, and then they've been man-to-man. Let's see what they do right here as the Bulldogs got a breaking offense set up.
Kind of a little tempo press. If they can get a trap on you around half court, they'll take it.
Campbell's going to go into the lane. He started to lose the basketball, but he maintains it, goes up. His shot is no good. Max gets the rebound. Buda up ahead to JoJo on the break. He's going to go in on the right side and one. So Pacheco probably either should have knocked him down or not fouled, but they call a foul on Pacheco. So JoJo will go to the line to shoot and one, and he's got 22 now on the lead to 16.
Didn't get back. Went one side, kind of tried to draw some contact, didn't get the call, and they went fast the other way. We have nobody back. Got a layup.
Shot is up and good. Eglin gets it in to Pacheco. Pacheco back to Eglin. Up ahead on the left side to Hodling. He'll come across the timeline. Nice take for Pacheco. They surely didn't call a walk. They're going to call a foul, and they're going to call it on the Bulldogs.
Charlie Campbell.
So what are they calling, a moving screen? As he ran down the court?
His pass was up ahead to Pacheco. Charlie wasn't very far behind Dalen. Charlie kind of thought the ball was coming to him, and he reached out, made contact with the Clovis kid, and the trail ref called him for a moving screen.
Very good description, and I don't, I disagree with the call, but I'm not making them. All right, that was the fourth on Campbell. He takes a seat. Coming back into the ballgame, Jet Fuentes for the Bulldogs. JoJo on the right wing looking for a screen, gets a double screen. They do a good job switching, but nobody rolled. Number 32, Max, puts it up and in on the left side. Up ahead to Pacheco. Gets it back to Eglin. Eglin puts it on the floor. Oh, almost goes away. Pacheco has it, has a 2-on-1. Goes to Byers, up and scores.
Good job passing the ball there. Broke the press, got a layup.
Pacheco with the assist. Byers with the bucket. Bulldogs back within 17, 49-32. And going in the left lane, putting it up and no good. Bulldogs battling for it, coming out of there with it. Oh, and they go off the foot. Eglin still on the floor. He's going to get it to Pacheco on the right or the left side. He'll put up a little jumper. No good. Nice follow by number 13, Eglin, and he scores.
Trent trailing the play. Dalen put up a little bank shot, came off the front of the rim. Trent was right place, right time. Jumped, caught it, scored it.
49-34, JoJo into the lane, puts up the shot. It's no good. Pacheco, good job ripping it out of there. He'll drive up the floor, has a little bit of a break, but he'll back it out. Now go down on the block. Eglin up and shot no good. Great rebound, Byers. He's fouled and one. Jack Byers with a great bully shot. He goes up long, goes through two Clovis Wildcats and puts it in.
That's on number 32, Max, the big kid.
That's his fourth. So Byers with the strong rebound and then the putback, even stronger going back up as he really battled. Now they had already given the ball. That should be a technical.
That's a tee.
Should be a technical. They're not going to call it. They're just going to say, well, he messed up.
And that's probably right. With freshman basketball, give him a chance to learn and figure out what's going on. It is a one-shot foul, so he is supposed to sub in right now. It was a basket, was good. It's a one-shot foul. Bring in the sub.
All right, so they're talking about it. The ref that was under the court, I think he just told that to the other official, the other official that was standing over by that didn't bring him in. So they're still trying to work it out. Bulldogs back within 13 here and have a chance to get it down to 12. Byers at the line. He's got 8 points to go along with 4 boards. Does Jack. The official's still talking about it. The shot was good.
They're going to call a technical.
They should. He came into the ball game. The Clovis coach don't like it. About to get a technical on him. Boy, that official almost teed him up. Now he's going to go over and tell him to go sit down before he gets it. That was the right call. The kid came in. He wasn't waved in. Whether or not he was supposed to have been is irrelevant at that point. The officials have to wave him in. Shot is up and no good. The first free throw for the... All right, so yeah, that was the 1-on-1. He wants Cale shooting the technical foul, so the 1-on-1 is no good. And now Cale Hodling will get the 2 technicals, and the Bulldogs will get the ball back. Clovis fans didn't like it, but it was the right call. Cale's shot is off. Boy, the Bulldogs just not hitting the free throws tonight. Struggling for the line. I haven't kept the misses. I should have, so we'd know, but second shot up coming in, then the Bulldogs get the ball back. And now they're going to wave in number 15. He'll come in for 32, Max. They're saying, yes, you can come in. Yes, you can go out. Hodling back at the line. He gets the ball from the official. Second technical shot is up and good. Cale now with 7 points in the ball game and the Bulldogs basketball. Does he have 8? 2, 5. I've got him with 7, but he has 8. That must be the one I missed. I missed one earlier on Cale. Oh, they try to throw it down. Clifton almost takes it away. Good job by Eglin. Now gets it down on the block on the left side. Byers strong up with the shot. There's a nice putback, but it doesn't go. Byers gets the ball back, and then he loses it out of bounds. and it goes off of Clovis. So it'll be Bulldog basketball. Boy, the shot's just not falling. Good follow by Pacheco on the Byers miss, and then Byers followed him with the rebound. They get it in, 2 Byers on the block. Turnaround jumper is going to be no good, and we're going to have a foul this time on Eglin. That'll be the 5th team foul on the Bulldogs. Clovis only with 3 fouls here in the second half. They lead 49-37 as JoJo will bring it down the court. Jet waiting on him. Then he goes by him to the right side, flies into the lane, puts a shot up and in. Boy, he just took it to the hole.
One-on-one.
Man-to-man defense and was able to get by Jet Fuentes. They're going to throw it ahead, and it gets through the hands of Pacheco, but he chases it down. Stop. His shot blocked. And Clifton will come out of there with the rebound. He'll get it ahead to number 3, kick it back to JoJo. He goes up and scores.
Good execution of the fast break right there.
27 points now for JoJo. Hodling on the left side. Has it poked away. He keeps his dribble. Being hounded. Need to get it ahead. We're going to have a 10-second call. 4th turnover on the Bulldogs here in the second half. 3:24 to go in the third period. 53-37 Clovis. They've gone on another little run here.
The momentum keeps shifting back and forth. We're going to have to get a stop and some baskets. They got an offensive foul on Clifton.
That's going to be Clifton. That's his 4th and might be his 5th. We'll see. That's his 4th. So offensive moving screen there. Kind of stuck his leg out.
That's a tough call.
It is, but I'll tell you, we talked about this in the varsity game the other night. What's happening is when the guy dribbling doesn't get in tight to that screen, almost every time they're going to call it because he didn't get in tight off his hip, so it caused him to kind of shift his leg, and that's the call. Hodling will bring it across the timeline on the left side, picks up his dribble, bounce pass over to Pacheco, left wing, looking to go down on the block, gets to Byers. Byers at the elbow, goes up, he throws it away. JoJo with the steal. That's the 5th turnover. He'll drive down the court, a little Euro step, goes up and in. He's just not missing. He's taking a lot of them right to the rack. Eglin will bring it across the timeline, up the middle, picks up his dribble, looking somewhere to go, goes to Cal Hodling, into the corner. Pacheco wide open for 3. In and out, no good. He'll follow his own shot, get the board, puts up the shot, and there it is. He knocks it down. Dele Pacheco with the bucket. That's his first 2. That was his 2nd rebound. 55-39, 16-point lead. JoJo to the right side. He flies into traffic, knocks it down, and 1. He is, right now, is unstoppable.
Going to have to make an adjustment here. At some point, Coach Garcia is going to have to decide to change strategy on JoJo. He's got another and 1.
That's his 4th or 5th and 1. He made every shot he's taken. As coming back into the ball game will be, he already had the ball, Coach. That's what we were told. We almost got just what happened. They're giving the ball too fast down there on the free throws.
Well, the shot keepers are not buzzing in. They had subs at the table ready to come in.
Pacheco gets the rebound. He gets it ahead to Hodling across the timeline on the left side. Kale puts it on the floor, calls out a play. Goes over to the left or to the right side to Jet. Goes down on the block. Eglin turnaround jumper is good. Nice shot.
Real soft touch by Trent. Nice turn to the middle. Shot with that left hand.
Another assist for Fuentes as he took 1 dribble to the left, put it up and in. JoJo out top, goes around 2 screens. He's going. Bulldogs didn't go with him. He just lays it up and easy. He now has 33 points. Eglin through the middle of the trap, bounce pass over to Pacheco, looks at a 3, takes a step, shot up, no good, and he'll get his own rebound, put it up again, no good. Eglin with the rebound, he'll put it up again, no good. Bulldogs can't buy a bucket. Pacheco with another rebound, and now we're going to have a timeout as something was on the floor. Oh, there's a player down. I don't even know what happened to him.
I don't think that's legitimate. We've got the ball under the basket. You can't stop play for an injury on the other team.
When he was out of bounds, he was out of bounds off the field to play.
Now he walks off the court and it's a live ball. I don't know what the refs are doing there. Sometimes I feel like these referees thinking they're trying to teach these kids because they're freshmen. It's not varsity, but they just need to call the game the way it's supposed to be called. Quit trying to be regulators here somehow. Talk to everybody and warn and help them understand the game. Kids out of the game, it's like a fast break there. We've got the ball under the basket.
Yeah, that's the coach's job to do that. All right, so Kincaid checks back in, as does Campbell. So the starter's back on the floor for the Bulldogs. Going to run an inbound play. They have to get it in. They do. Eglin, he'll chase it down, get it to Campbell. Campbell, baseline 15-footer is up and good.
Going to need to make a run right here while they've got some subs in the game. Going to have to figure out how to get a stop.
Well, this is the kid right here that is driving to the basket every time. He throws it up and in, and he gets the and one. So JoJo, they haven't taken him out. He now has 35 points by himself and has another and one effort. And that's the 5th foul on somebody for the Bulldogs. That's Charlie Campbell just fouled out of the ball game.
Charlie wasn't guarding him. I think they miscalled the foul. I think it was on number 2 on Jet Fuentes.
Yeah, coaches were out there asking Coach Garcia, saying, wait a minute, he wasn't even near him. And the official's going to talk about it.
He corrected it. Foul was on number 2.
Well, they haven't corrected it yet, but they should. They're over to the scorers table telling them something.
We were off air, Joby. I told you we lost 2 times this season against them, and they beat us differently each time. Uniquely, now they're doing it a 3rd time. They've got a lead, and they're doing it different than they did the last 2 times with one kid with 35 points.
They do change it to Jet Fuentes, so that's his 2nd. The 7th team foul, and JoJo back at the line once again for the and one. Takes his warm-up dribble, shot up, and good. 36 points for the young man. He is having the game of his life. There's a reach. They got to call that, and they did. Campbell goes by Buddha. He's reached in. That'll be the 4th, or let's see if they already put it up. That's the 5th team foul on Clovis here in the second half, and the 3rd on Buddha. As Campbell will kid in right over to the scorers table. Now back to Campbell from Kincaid. They're going to call a travel. 6th turnover on the Bulldogs as Campbell called for the travel. Buddha with our JoJo with the ball. He's gone down every time this half and just goes by the defense and scores. He goes again, shot up, no good this time, but they're going to call a foul this time on Cale Hodling.
Yeah, we switched defenders, put Cale on him. He gave him a little inside-out move, put his shoulder into Cale's chest, went up strong.
The one thing that we haven't seen yet, I haven't seen him even looking to distribute at all. So maybe what we do is we just drop a guy from the outside right in on him and double team him immediately.
Yeah, just try
and make him throw the ball somewhere. He misses the first free throw, so he missed the layup, which he hadn't done, and then he misses his first free throw, which he hadn't done. 62-43, 19-point lead. It's now going to be, nope, he missed that one too. Getting that rebound was Eglin, his 8th. And Campbell dribbles through traffic, almost loses it, picks up his dribble, then he throws it away. Turnover Bulldogs, their 7th. Number 23 flying down the floor, kicks it over to Buddha, or to JoJo. Now the 3-point shot up and off the front of the rim, no good for number 11. Coming out there with the rebound as Campbell gets it to Quintus up the right side. He's going to try to, he throws it away. Another turnover on the Bulldogs. And that's JoJo, their number 1 player tonight anyway. Clay Hodling trying to, and he'll foul him outside. It's going to be the 2nd or the 3rd on Cale on the floor. 19 foul on the Bulldogs. That's going to be the 1st. Oh, they didn't call the other one on Cale. That shooting foul. Apparently, he's only got 1 foul on him.
I think maybe the scoreboard operator didn't get that recorded.
Well, either way, right now they've got showing Cale with 1. At the line to shoot the 1-and-1 as the 9th foul on the Bulldogs is JoJo, number 2. Clay Kincaid will check out. Stephen Williams checks in for him. 62-43. If he makes one or both of these, it's going to be 20-point lead. 1-and-1, shot up and no good. And there's Stephen Williams with the rebound. He'll hand it off to Campbell. He drives up through the traffic, goes into the lane, up and scores. No foul, but a good take by Campbell.
Number 15 for Clovis did a good job. Just jumped straight up, didn't try to swat down, let Charlie go right in there, and Charlie finished at the rim.
All right, we're down to 12 seconds. JoJo way back on the right wing. Down to 8, down to 7. He's just now starting to come forward. Goes to the left side, around the screen, around the second screen, steps up, shoots the 3. Off the rim, no good, and that's where we'll end. 62-43, to 45 in favor of the Clovis Wildcats. Stay right there.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Okay, we're getting ready to start the fourth and final period, barring a tie. Hobbling in to Jet Fuentes. Jet walking across the timeline. JoJo waiting on him. About midway between half court and the three-point line. Goes over to the left side to Hodling. Goes around the screen. Kale back to Eglin. Eglin puts it out to Jet on the left wing, or right wing, now underneath, and they're going to steal that one away too. JoJo with another takeaway, 9th turnover on the Bulldogs. Left side kick. JoJo drives in the left side, kicks it out, number 11 with the three-pointer, and it's good. Lucas, here's the three-point deadly guy you talked about. They poke it away from Kale, but he gets the ball back, gets it to Eglin. He's going to come up the left side across the timeline. Picks up his dribble to Kale Hodling. Kale looking over the defense, man-to-man. He come to the right side, get it to Jet. Jet looking for a screen. Byers sets it. Nice pick and roll. Byers into the left side. Oh, that's Eglin, and he puts it up and in. Nice shot.
Really good look at the screen roll. That dominates basketball right now. High pick and roll. Jet executed it, gave it to Trent with the nice bounce pass. Trent finished.
Tough shot there for Trent. There's a walk. They got to call that a travel, and that's what it was. Second turnover in the second half as Buddha tried to go in on the right, or not Buddha, JoJo tried to go in on the right side, and he kind of jumped and then took 2 steps. So the turnover. Checking back into the ball game for the Bulldogs is Pacheco. Hodling in the backcourt, bounce pass to Campbell. He goes up the left side, fouled about 4 times, goes into the lane, shot up and good.
Charlie really did a good job there, staying under control, switched hands, brought it back to his right hand, finished.
On the other end, on the right corner, is number 11, Heat Lucas. He'll kick it outside. The three-pointer for Buddha is off hard to the left. Coming down with a rebound, his 6th is Charlie Campbell. He drives up the right side, gets it to Kincaid, up and in. Bulldogs making a little bit of a run here. They got it back down to 14. 65-41, and the coach for Clovis calls a timeout. We'll take it as well. 65-51, Clovis, 6:17 to go in the...
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, IDEC, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
All right, Clovis basketball as Jaden on the left side is going to put up a three-pointer. It's going to be no good. Good job there trying to get that rebound by Clay, but it goes off his hands and out of bounds, so it'll go back to Clovis. Keying it in on the right side baseline will be Lucas. Nope, now they'll put JoJo down there to key it in, the Clovis Wildcats.
They'll look to get it in and go right back to the inbounder. Sure enough,
go back to JoJo. Pacheco trying to stay in front of him. He kicks it. Clifton for 3. Off the rim, no good. Bulldogs get the rebound. Charlie Campbell, his 7th, he pushes it up the floor, and then he takes a step back, puts up the shot. It's no good. Pacheco fighting for it. It'll go out of bounds off of him, so it'll be back to the Wildcats. And the Bulldogs really not getting set anymore. They're just running down the floor and shooting. They're trying to bully their way back in. The shots just haven't really been falling for them all game. Got 50 points, but Bulldogs double team this time to get it out of JoJo's hand. Now Clifton bounce, and wide open. Nobody backside. Max puts it up and in. Backside help got there late. He was easily up on the left side, up and in. Campbell into the lane again, has a strip, kicks it to the corner. Fuentes puts it on the floor, puts the jumper up. It's good.
Great shot fake, one dribble by Jeff Fuentes. Textbook shot fake, one dribble jump shot.
JoJo on the other end goes through a screen. Left side, keeps his dribble, goes up, no good, and that's going to be the 4th on Clay Kincaid, if that's who they call it on. 67-53, 14-point lead, 5:16 to go. That is on Kincaid, and that is his 4th. Bulldogs already have 10-plus fouls. Clovis, who was doing all the fouling in the first half, this half, only 5 called so far.
Ironically, you see that a bunch in basketball. Second half, all kind of switches. But sometimes you'll see that with shooting as well. The first team in the first half who can't buy a basket all of a sudden comes to life. And you'll see it in fouling and you'll see it in shooting.
Hodling checks back in. Pacheco will get a break. The first shot was up and no good for JoJo. We haven't seen him miss much. Maybe he's getting a little tired. He's missed his last 4. 2 from the line now and 2 from that shot up and no good. And Eglin pulls down the rebound. He'll get it to Campbell. Trapped in the backcourt. Gets it ahead to Eglin. Boy, the Bulldogs have a man wide open, and that's going to be out of bounds. Luckily, almost turn it over. Clay Kincaid was down here waving his arms, but they couldn't get over the defense.
That's a long pass to make with the guy in your face. Coaches are frustrated that they didn't see it. A lot of pressure. Long pass to make with a lot of pressure.
They call that a jump ball. It's a block shot, and it goes to Clovis. A lot of body on that. He had his hand, no doubt. Max got his hand up on the top of the ball. So they called the jump ball, no foul. JoJo will work through traffic, and we're going to have a reach foul on Cale Hodling. That'll be his 3rd.
Well, you're getting to a place in the game now where you're down a little bit. Fouling might be something you've got to turn to. The referees know that, and they call kind of a little touch foul there when they've let quite a few go, but you can see how things just change as pressure kind of ratchets up.
Ebb and flow. 2nd foul on Cale, not his 3rd. They are in the double bonus, though, so they'll be shooting 2 every time from here on out. First shot is up and good this time for JoJo. That's his first made shot in a while, but he now has 37 points. That's pretty good for a junior high guy, for a freshman in high school.
Real good body control, real aggressive with the dribble, can go with either hand.
Second shot up and no good. Great rebound there by Kincaid. Gets it head to Eglin. They're going to call it travel. He turned it over. 10th turnover in the second half. Checking back into the ball game is going to be Jack Byers, and I don't know who he's coming in for. Eglin.
Well, that just good indication right there as you kind of get sped up. We get the high rebound by Kincaid and we outlet it to another post. That's just not something we traditionally do, but sometimes game goes that way.
Go down to Max on the end. Oh, nice block there by Kincaid. Second shot up, no good. Max gets his own rebound again. Third shot is good. 70-53, Campbell is fouled by Clifton. That should be his 5th. It'll be the 6th team foul. And so Buda checks in for Clifton. It is his 5th. 70-53, 4:36 to go. Bulldogs need to make a big run, and that's what they're looking to do. Byers will get it into Hodling out top. He'll come across the timeline on the right side. Goes down low, turn around. Little floater's no good. There is Byers with the rebound and bucket.
Clay got a good look at it with the left hand little baby hook. Shot it just a hair short. Byers come right in there, rebound and put it in.
All right, JoJo works his way in, got away maybe with a walk shot, no good, and great rebound block out there by Byers. That's his 7th board, up the floor quickly into the lane, and they're going to call a foul. So it was Charlie Campbell who's working his way around there on the right side, right on the That's the 5th on Mac. So now 2 players for the Wildcats have fouled out. 4:03 to go here in the ball game.
Still enough time, Joby, but we're going to have to really see some baskets go our way. We're going to have to get some stops and get the ball down the court quickly, make our free throws. A lot of things got to go our way here.
Well, the 1-and-1 is up and good for Charlie Campbell. That's his 8th point in the ball game. So he'll get the ball back from the official. Second shot upcoming. Up and good. Knocks them both down, which, as you said, we need those.
Looks like we're going to put a little pressure.
They get it into number 5, Buddha, working his way down the right side. Chase, he's going to go all the way in, and then he's going to be fouled. Whoa, that must have just been a touch foul. I sure didn't see one. They call it on number 5, Jack Byers. He'll be back on the line to shoot 2. That's the first on Jack. As we're now under 4 minutes to go, 13-point lead for the Wildcats. 2 of their starters have fouled out, but the Bulldogs have over 10 fouls, so Clovis at the line twice every time a foul is called on the Bulldogs.
Now, what we're watching here play out is what we see with so many people's frustration with referees, is all of a sudden they're tightening up. They're not consistent with what they called in the first half, and now they're calling it, and you get frustrated. Why didn't you call that in the first half? So there you go, folks.
Second shot up and good. He missed the first, but he makes the second. Yeah, there's been 19 fouls called here in the second half. 7 on the Wildcats and 12 on the Bulldogs. Campbell, left side. He's going to hand it off to Byers. His shot up and good.
Going to have to get some stops. Going to have to get some turnovers. Back to our little three-quarter court press.
They get it ahead.
No rotation in the backside.
Going to kick it out to number 11, Lucas. He has 3. Hodling almost gets a steal. He gets it back out to JoJo. JoJo now working against Byers. Goes over to the left side. Clovis content. Now they're going to drive into the lane. Up and under shot is going to be off the back of the backboard, so it'll be Bulldog basketball.
Well, something happened there that we hadn't seen a whole bunch. Somebody besides JoJo shot, and he threw it up an air ball off the top of the backboard.
All right, Jet Fuentes, who had checked back in, coming up the right side, taking his time. Now he gets it across the timeline, goes over to Campbell. Campbell on the left wing, puts it on the floor. Switch there by Clovis. Going to go down on the elbow to Kincaid. Back to Campbell. He puts up a 3, and he knocks it home with the bank. Bulldogs within 9, 71-62. They've really battled back here. And it's tipped out of bounds. That's Bulldog basketball. It goes off of Buddha. Good job there by Campbell. Give him the credit for that takeaway. That's the 4th turnover. And Campbell caused that. Good job up front. We've got a double team on the man in the backcourt. His throw ahead. Campbell comes in and knocks it, and it goes off of the Clovis player, Buddha. 2:45. Campbell working. He's fouled. No foul call. Now they finally call it the second time. And he's arguing with the official. That's going to be the 9th team foul, the 4th on Buddha. At the line to shoot the 1-and-1 will be Charlie Campbell. Bulldogs within 9, 2:43 to go. If it hadn't been loud enough for you, get ready, because I think it's going to get loud in here. Bulldog fans are coming alive. Shot is up and good. Campbell's made 3 in a row.
Well, you like to see Charlie. This is such great experience. I know this is freshman basketball. It's a championship. But these kids know it's all about that senior year, getting that blue trophy. Charlie really stepping into this.
Second shot up and good. He's hit a 3 and 4, surrounded by two free throws. Has Campbell. JoJo breaks the man. He just goes coast to coast and scores. He went right through the Bulldog defense, never slowed down. Up ahead it goes to Kale. He's going to go down on the block to Kincaid. He kicks it back out. Campbell puts it on the floor. JoJo playing good defense. Underneath, good pass. Up and scoring is number 13, Eglin. And a timeout taken by Coach Garcia for the Bulldogs. Campbell with his 4th assist. Bulldogs within 7. 2:18 to go. We're going to take a break.
Hello, this is Andrew Davidson, Market President for First National Bank Artesia, inviting you to come and bank with us. We offer a full range of financial products that create possibilities in the lives we touch, and in this community we're proud to serve. Our friendly staff understands the importance of every financial transaction, whether you want to open a checking account or a personal loan or finance your business or commercial property or want to apply for a home loan. We're here to help. First National Bank Artesia. We're big enough to serve, small enough to care, and proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs.
Call First National Bank in Artesia, 575-746-4794. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
We were like, how do we have more timeouts? All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here. The Artesia Bulldogs have clawed back into. They were down by 19 in this period, and now within 7, 73-66. Going to put on some full court pressure here are the Bulldogs. Starting 5 back on the court. Quintus Campbell, Hodling, Egeland, and Kincaid. JoJo breaks the press, drives in, scores. Golly! Foul him out here. He just goes right to the basket and scores. Bulldogs just play Olay defense. Hodling puts up the 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Bulldogs battling for the rebound. Clovis comes away with it. Under 2 minutes. JoJo again goes down the floor, goes right into the lane. This time it's blocked. Flying down the court is Campbell. He's got Hodling to his left. He's going to go into the lane. Puts it up, no good. There's a great offensive rebound and putback by Clay Kincaid. 75-68. They get it down to JoJo on the right wing. He drives in. Shot is up and good. Golly. He now has 43 points of their 77. 125 and counting. Campbell steps back. 3 is good. He buries it. Another timeout taken by the Bulldogs. 77-71. 6-point lead here. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here, Ty. We're not under a minute yet. Do we foul immediately or do we let him drop? That JoJo gets the ball. He's gone to the basket every time. He's got 43 points. What do we need to do?
Well, I think you try to deny him the ball. He's using his dribble to split the trap in the middle, and we're just turning and chasing. He's beating our top 3 guys. And then we're left really with 1 rim protector. Clay doesn't want to foul because he's got 4 fouls. He's in danger of fouling him on the shot. So probably got to figure out some way to either get out of the trap because he's beating it with the dribble, or just denying, face guard him, and if you get a foul called away from the ball, so be it.
That's what I expect to see. I think we'll face guard him. Don't let him have the ball. Just put our fastest guy, best defender on him. Just let him stay right on him. Force the other players to make free throws and see if we can get this win. 77-71. Again, I'm going to remind fans out there, they were ahead by 19 in this period. We've come back 13 points. We're now within 6, 77-71 in the 9th grade Border Conference Championship game.
Probably we should go man-to-man here. It looks like we are, as opposed to trying to run that 3-quarter court trap. So it looks like Jet's going to be draw the duty to get on JoJo.
They get it in to Jaden in the backcourt. He's going to throw it away. Jet on the left side. He's going to throw it away, but it goes out of bounds off. Oh, that went off of him. How did we touch that? Wait a minute.
They're begging the other refs, but nobody saw it. So we're going to go with the original call.
All right, and now we got a
probably a warning
on Egeland as he got his hands across the inbound. Holy cow, that ball was deflected out of bounds, and they called it Clovis basketball. They get it into JoJo in the backcourt. Fuentes on him, running down the floor with him. And he gets by him, goes to the right side, into the lane. He's going to be fouled, and they're going to call it on Clay. He'll foul out of the ball game.
Like a bad movie, 3 possessions in a row. JoJo dribbled through the press, drives to the right side, puts his shoulder into the chest of Clay Kincaid, kind of shoots a little bit off bounds, kind of a sloppy shot, draws the foul now at the free throw line.
Minute 7 to go in the ball game. JoJo, who I would have to bet is having the game of his life. 43 points for the young man. He has done an excellent job with his shooting. Shot is up and good. He now has 44 of their 78.
The vast majority of his points have come off layups and free throws. He did hit a couple of 3 balls, but really just going to the basket, drawing contact, finishing well.
78-71, 7-point lead. 1:07 to go. Second shot is up, and it's good. Charlie Campbell coming up the floor. He's fouled again, no call. He goes into traffic, throws it off to Hodling. His shot up, no good. Goes out of bounds. No, Cale saves it, but he saves it to JoJo down the floor. He's going to go up, and he's stripped away by Campbell, but did they call a foul? No, they just say it goes out of bounds. Charlie getting his hand in there. stripping JoJo away. But we're under a minute, 52.6 seconds, 8-point lead for the Wildcats, 79-71. They throw it in out top to JoJo. Now he goes to the left. Hodling comes in and takes it away. Good steal there by Kale. He'll use his body up and in and one. Count it. Kale Hodling with his second takeaway. He now has 10 points into double digits. Jet Fuentes will take a seat. Coming in is Pacheco. And Kale at the line. 79-73, 43 seconds. What a great steal there. Kale coming off his guy. Coming in behind, taking that ball away, drives down, protects his right side, puts it up and in, and draws the foul. Free throw is up, and it's off the rim, no good.
Got a chance to trap here.
JoJo dribbles through traffic again. Can't stay in front of him. Pacheco tries to cut him off, and it does go off of Bulldog. Coming away with it is Campbell. He drives down the floor. His second takeaway stops, kicks it, and there's a shot. Oh, and it doesn't go. Bulldogs cannot buy a bucket. It goes off of Clovis and out of bounds. 23 seconds as Jet Fuentes checks back into the ball game.
There's still enough time to get a basket, maybe get a three-pointer, get a steal, cause a foul, get a rebound. A lot of time left.
6-point lead to get it to Hodling on the right wing. Into the corner to Pacheco. Goes out of bounds off of Pacheco. Off of Campbell. Timeout taken by the Bulldogs. That took 5 seconds off the clock. That was a lot of time off the clock.
Ran a little inbound play. Kale caught it, tried to sneak it into the corner to Charlie. Defense did a pretty good job of avoiding the screen and stepping back out there, and it went off Charlie.
That was the call that goes off of Charlie. We'll go ahead and take a break here. As we're under a minute to go, the Bulldogs down by 6. It'll be Clovis basketball when we come back. Stay right there.
Mac Energy Company is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advances in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. We strive to utilize these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy for many years to come. But more importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us. We invest in community initiatives that focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and communities, visit us at mec.com.
All right, we're back here. It's going to be Clovis basketball. 18.6 seconds to go in the ballgame. Clovis by 6. Bulldogs need a quick takeaway and three-pointer. Keying it in over on the right side. Full court to go is Lucas. He gets it into Buddha. Buddha is going to be fouled immediately by Pacheco.
It's JoJo.
Sorry.
And I'm not sure these are nicknames or their real names, but...
Well, we got JoJo, Jaden, Buddha, Noah, Lucas, Carlos. They're probably their real names, although JoJo and Buddha may be nicknames. So that was the third foul on Dalen Pacheco. And I think about the 14th foul on the Bulldogs, so...
significantly more than that. We've been in the
double bonus for a while.
Since the third quarter.
46 now for JoJo as he makes the first. Hodling checks back in for Pacheco. Pacheco had come in there off of the timeout. Kale right back in for they're doing an offensive defense switch, maybe, or just I'm not sure. Second shot up and good. Bulldogs get it in quickly. Campbell down the floor.
Got to go.
Got to take a step back, shoot the three. He's fouled. They say all ball. Up ahead it goes. Bulldogs tip it away. Here's a three for Campbell. Off the front of the rim, no good. He's shoved underneath, no foul called. Then they walk. That'll be it. Bulldogs will go down 81-73 is the final score. Bulldogs fall to the Clovis Wildcats. Stay right there. We're going to get some post-game show going for you, and I'll come back with the final stats.
There are things you can do to improve the value of your current home if you plan to sell, and a few things you probably shouldn't do. The folks at Lois Oliver Real Estate are experts in real estate in Artesia and can help you with some great advice. If you want to talk to a local expert about buying or selling a home in Artesia, visit with any of the agents at Lois Oliver Real Estate. We know Artesia, and we're ready to help you buy or sell or find local experts who can answer your questions. Lois Oliver Real Estate, we love it here. Find us at 210 South Roselawn or online at LoisOliverRealEstate.com.
9 of 10 people with pre-diabetes don't even know they have it. Left untreated, diabetes can lead to other health complications including heart disease, stroke, and liver disease. Don't put off your care any longer. Artesia General Hospital's Diabetes Care Team can help you make a personalized plan to manage diabetes or pre-diabetes and reclaim your health. Learn more or request an appointment at artesiageneral.com/diabetes.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need them most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
All right, we're back here as the Clovis Wildcats get the win over the Artesia Bulldogs. The freshman Border Conference Championship live from the Rock, and tied just a back and forth game there early, and then Clovis kind of able to pull away and keep that distance. Every time the Bulldogs would make a run, they'd pull back out.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it earlier. You know, I've got to watch this, our freshman team. My son's on the team. I got to watch him for 2 years, and we've got a great team. They can execute in the half court. They can play the full court. They're real fundamentally sound. They don't foul traditionally much, so I was surprised tonight that we saw as many fouls as we saw. I think Clovis might have baited us into that a little bit, sped us up a little bit, kind of took some ill-advised shots, some ill-advised passes. Looked like we got a little bit antsy from time to time, and really kind of came down to one kid scoring 47 points, Joby. They scored 81. One kid scored 47. 81 points in a freshman game when it's not a full court pressure game, which it was really more of a tempo press than the wild full court pressure. And you just don't see these kind of scores traditionally at this younger age unless teams can really put the ball in the basket.
Well, we're going to see here. I'm going to give the stats, and you're going to see the lopsidedness of the scoring. Bulldogs pretty even across the board as I give these. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids in double digits. Clovis had 2. One barely. The other scores 47 of their total 81. And so, as you said, kind of the difference in the ball game was that. So let's go ahead and give those stats now for the Clovis Wildcats. Jaden ends up with 6 points, Lucas with 3, Braden with 1, Clifton with 4, Max with 8. Buddha ends up with 12. He's the one that got into the double digits. But leading the way, JoJo, their point guard, number 2, ends up with 47 big points. They turned it over 5 times in the first half. This was the other area. We turned it over a lot more than they did. Had 5 turnovers in the first half and 6 in the second. For the Artesia Bulldogs, Jet Fuentes, 8 points with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Kel Hodling, 10 points, 2 boards, 1 assist, and 2 takeaways. Jack Byers with 12 points and 7 rebounds. Dalen Pacheco had a bucket to go along with 5 boards and 1 assist. Clay Kincaid with 11 points and 6 rebounds. Stephen Williams had 2 points. Trent Eglund and Charlie Campbell led the way for the Bulldogs. Eglund with a double-double. He had 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 1 assist. And scoring-wise, Charlie Campbell with 17 points, also 7 boards, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Charlie had a big game for the Artesia Bulldogs. One of the big differences, as I've already said, 17 first-half turnovers, 10 in the second half for Artesia. The final score, 81-73. Bulldogs fall to the Clovis Wildcats for the freshman Border Conference Championship game. It was 19-10 after 1. Clovis with the lead, 36-27 at the half, 62-45 at the end of 3, and the final score, 81-73. And now these Bulldog freshmen will move on to track, those that run track or do track events. I'm going to give you a chance, Ty. You kind of talked about this class, pretty unique class. They don't lose much, and they failed tonight, but they just don't lose much. Talk about them, football, basketball, and track these last 2 years.
Well, it's a fun class to watch. They've got real good parent support, which is always unique because you can kind of see that as the kids kind of develop over the years, and parents have been real active in their lives. This has been a real good baseball group, really core group of these basketball kids are baseball players. And
I forgot baseball, right.
You're going to see Jack Byers probably throwing maybe JVA, maybe varsity. You're going to see Dalen Pacheco sneaking in JVA, maybe varsity in baseball. As freshmen, Jeff Fuentes, an excellent baseball player. You're going to see some of these kids. And then in track, last year, they were competing against Clovis, Hobbs, Carlsbad, which are towns that are double, triple our population. And yet we've just really had a good run the last 2 years. And football, real aggressive defensive group, fast, aggressive, just really like to tackle, which is a lot of fun to watch. And then some skilled players on the offensive side, some role players, kids who did their job well. And then basketball, it's been a great run. We've lost 4 games in 2 years. And so you can really tip your hat to Clovis tonight. They kind of found their horse and they rode him. And didn't really do much else, just kind of put the ball in his hands and let him play. Kind of tip your hat to that coach saying, hey, we're going to stay with the hot hand. And he was able to do that for them this evening. A lot of fun watching this group. We're going to see them coming next year as sophomores in all the various sports, and they're going to kind of scatter and go their different directions. And I got multiple kids in wrestling that last year played basketball and decided to go off for wrestling this year off of our basketball team. So just a real talented group.
Well, it's exciting to watch them, as you said, and with one of your boys on this team, you've got to see them grow up together, and it is fun to watch. I'm looking forward to calling all of their games that I get a chance and opportunity to, and it was fun to get to come. And I thank Ty, my brother, to join me up here. He brought a lot to the broadcast. He knows more. He's forgot more basketball than I know. So thank you, Ty, for coming up here and joining me here in Clovis. On behalf of Ty, this is Joby Hodling saying I hope you have a great week. Bulldogs play both varsity Bulldog teams, and I don't remember this in recent years. 3-0 in district. The girls go 3-0. First round through district. The boys go 3-0 first round through district. They've had some tough physical games. They've come out on top. Play at the Pit Friday, 5:30. The girls kick things off. We're taking on Lovington. Beat them at their house. Now we get them at the Pit. And then the boys follow the game 7-ish. So we want to encourage everybody out there. Come to Bulldog Pit. Join in. Let's make that crowd huge and loud for the Artesia Bulldogs as they look to go 4-0 in district play. Have a great week, and we'll see you Friday night at the Pit. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I've been pretty frustrated sitting up there.
I'm glad you were calling it. It was good for you.
That concludes this broadcast of sports